There are several types of wooden club used for swinging, and today we're going to run through what they are. So first of all, at the latest stage of club development are the Indian clubs. These were developed out of the original Indian clubs, which we're going to talk about soon. And these were first used by the British, and then they spread into Europe and into America as well. These clubs are used in a very light manner for kind of fancy swings, where you can come into what's called parallels and heart shapes and circles. And so these are used as much lighter weights. These two are 2 pounds and mostly used for full rotational swings, which are excellent and very good for your joint mobility. So the Indian clubs, as they're so called, developed off the clubs from India, and the original one is called a Mugdar. And Mugdar can be used as a single club or as a pair. We're going to talk about the pair, which is called the Jori. But the Mugdar is a single wooden club. It's probably the oldest club out of all of them. This one here is called a Kushti club by Body Mind Fit from the UK. It's made in the UK, but it's made out of Indian walnut wood. So this club actually has a lot of different purposes. Usually it's used single arm, over the head swing, like this, where you're over the head, but you can do all sorts of interesting things with it, where you can flow, and a lot of people do that these days with the Mugdar. So this is the Mugdar, the original Indian club. So the Mugdar is popular across India, but in Varanasi in particular they use a pair of clubs which are called the Jori. Now the Jori are basically 2 Mugdars with shorter handles. These are a smaller pair. They get a lot bigger. But what happens with the Jori is they're swung by loading them up like this, and then they're swung over the shoulder one after the other and slid down the shoulder. And in Varanasi, this is a competition swing. So then they drop down. So Jori, it means pair. Then in Iran they have clubs called mil. Mil means tower in Parsi. The mil are swung in the Zorkhane, the house of strength, and they're similar to the Jori in many ways, except they're shorter and they have a wider head. So when these are swung, they're done in a large group of people swinging at the same time, but they come over the shoulder with the bicep close to the head, and the feet pivot in order to turn the body. So these are the mil, and they are from Iran. And the final club we're going to look at today is called a Mungli. The Mungli is the biggest of the clubs, and it comes from Pakistan. In North India they have some similar single heavy clubs like this. It's a 2-handled club, and when it's swung in one direction over the shoulder. So it's lined up and then picked up, swung and turned over the shoulder. And it's done for repetitions. So that's the Mungli. So there you have it. The different kinds of wooden club that are swung. Indian clubs, Mugdar, Jori, Mil and Mungli.